Good morning, and thanks for joining us on TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Danik Boy. I'm not here alone. I have Mike Okwache. Mike.
Good morning.
It's a beautiful Monday morning.
Exactly, and a wet one.
A wet one, yes.
It's been raining in some of the places. It's been drizzling in other places, but the general thing is that there is some kind of coolness and calmness.
Absolutely. I didn't even know it rained until I got
You
out.
were enjoying the sleep, of course.
Until I got out this morning. But some start developing story now, talking about some renewed attacks in Plateau State, where the government has now imposed a 24-hour curfew to address the matters of attacks that happened in Mangu, local government area of the state, and a number of persons were said to have been killed. And not just Mangu, some other local government areas were said to have been attacked. And the government decided, to impose curfew, saying that for now, all motorcycles have been banned, and it is only those on essential duties that can move around, and as well as security officials. But it's quite worrisome that we are having this kind of renewed attacks going on, and we didn't see any form of, security coming out to defend the people. This has been going on for quite some time.
It's quite troubling, the situation in Plateau State, because the military, or the Joint Task Force, because it contains the military and the police and DSS that has been protecting the plateau over the period of time, which we saw some level of calmness for a period of time, and then there is this attacks. He goes and then he comes. He goes and then he comes. The point there is, Nigerians are very troubled regarding what goes on in Plateau. Curfew, fine, because it's a security measure to keep everywhere calm. But these people don't move on the roads. They go through the bushes, they go through the forests, they go through the mountains and the hills and all of that. Now, they were able to move to about 4 major communities. Killing people, they finished that one, moved to another one, killing people, finished from there, moved to another one. Unhindered. So the point there is, where are the security agents? Where is the intelligence they have gathered over time, knowing that you can always preempt your enemy, and all of those people, they should have known the pattern by which they operate by now. So as far as I'm concerned, the security agents are doing the best they can, but whenever anything happens and one person is killed, we will still blame it back on the security agents. Because as it is, we expect by now that those persons or the security agents would have gathered enough intelligence, and they would have had all of the necessary information and equipment to try to mitigate issues like this. Nobody even expects any kind of killings of this nature and of this dimension in Plateau anymore, because Plateau had returned to a peaceful atmosphere where there were even novelty matches played at a time between ethnic groups, as the case may be. So we can't be having situations like this, and then we still hear the stories of gunmen killing, burning, maiming people from one village to another, from one village to another, from one village to another. No, Nigerians don't want to hear this right now.
Yes, it doesn't sit right as it is, because the identities of who these persons are is not really clear.
It has never really been clear. It has never been clear. It is always the issue of gunmen. Now, the only identity you hear is when journalists speak to local residents who are victims, and then they tell you, oh, it is people from here. We heard them speaking certain kind of languages and all of that.
Or they were dressed a certain way.
In a certain way. Now, the point there is, personally, I have always used the opportunity to say, okay, we cannot say a certain ethnic group is responsible for all of these things. That's say that
unfair.
It will be unfair, you'll be inaccurate to say that. However, if the security agents who have the resources, who have the authority, who have the capacity, who have the experience, who have the training and the professionalism, are not able to fish these persons out. And remember that Plateau State is not at the borders of Nigeria. It's not where, some gunmen just go there, perform an activity, and go out.
Yes.
Plateau State is in the middle of Nigeria. So to get to Plateau State, you would have crossed, if you are not a Nigerian, if you're coming from outside of the country, you would have crossed so many states before you get to Plateau State. So how do they do all of these things? And then they go scot-free and nobody is arrested. So it tells you that Nigerians are getting very unhappy with the situation and something needs to be done.
And quickly, too, to get to the heart of this, identify this person so we know what their intentions are or what they are driving at for. There's a number of killings, and then the necessary measures are taken. We need to leave the conversation here now.